Hello everyone and welcome back to Coloring with Haley. Today I am going to do my very first completed flip through of a book because I have colored every page in this World of Mice stained glass color by number by Sun Life Drawing. And this is the first time I've colored every page in a book this big. It has 30 images in it. I did count them. It doesn't say that anywhere on the book itself or on the back for that matter, but I did count them. And if this goes up before the end of the month, then it'll kind of reveal what pages I colored this month, but that's okay. I went ahead and added my name to This Book Belongs To page, and then I finished it in 2021. And next up we have the color palette. They have a really simple color palette in this book, and these are all Sharpies and Bic markers except for this peach here, which was a Cali Art marker. It was salmon pink, and all of these colors lasted throughout the whole book. That's the only color I had to change. The Cali Art marker made it to the very last page and died on that page, and you'll be able to see the mice are kind of a different color. So we start out with the very first page in the book, which is the cover page, the mice and the flower pot. And I believe I started this book at the end of last year, right around whenever the 10 books to finish challenge just started coming out. I like this one with the cereal bowl because this was one of my 10 books to finish. This is a cute page with the fruit and the mice eating all the fruit. My only complaint in this book is that I feel like green was used a lot on the backgrounds, like disproportionately. Especially toward the end of the book, it felt like a lot of the backgrounds were green. Here's one with the gnome. We've got this one with the little ballerina toy. It's probably one of those little wind-up toys. Yeah, they're winding it up. That play music. I think this page right here with the globe is my favorite page. I just really like this one. I don't know what it is in particular about it. I don't know. It's just got, I don't know, it was a nice mix of the colors. I didn't use the whole color palette for this page either, but it was just a nice mix of the colors that it did have, and I like how they're, you know, walking around the globe. This one's stargazing. I've got this little mouse down here. I just really liked this page. Next up, we've got these mice playing hide and seek, it looks like. I would imagine that's what they're doing, because this one's blindfolded, and it's like these back here are hiding, and this one's ringing a bell, probably to tell the mouse where they're at. Almost maybe a little bit like Marco Polo. And then we've got this really nice one here, which is another one that I really like, with the mice sitting under the mushroom while it rains. And I think this is the only page that had a dark brown mouse. And that's what hang on, let me check. Yeah, some of them had dark brown spots on them, but I think this is the only page that had like a completely dark brown little mouse. And then we have this page here with like the chicken, or maybe a little chick. This was a nice springtime page. It's got all the flowers and the ladybugs in it. I also really like this page where they are reading a book, but there's also like writing in it as well. They spilled ink on this page. Got the glasses down here. This one's super cute. See, this got dark brown mice on it too, but they're not solid dark brown. They've got some spots on them. And then we have the cheese tower. I love this little mouse down here, like, looking up at the big tower. That's super cute. And then you've got all the mice on top of it, and of course this one eating the cheese. And we have the teapots and the cake. This one was also really cute. I liked the background of this one. I liked the really dark background. The dark background especially wasn't very common in this book. Here we've got a nice Halloween page. It's the jack-o'-lantern with the mice hanging off of it. Yeah, I can remember doing this page last year for Halloween, so I must have started it last year, but I know that I skipped ahead to get to this page. I skipped pretty far ahead, I think. And then the images now are horizontal. So we start out with the teddy bear, and see, this is where you start using these same two colors of green, this light green and this like medium green on a lot of the backgrounds. It wasn't so bad in the first half, but for whatever reason in the second half, they kind of just went with that. This is a cute one too with the balloons and the little airplanes. We've got the mice going down the river in like a shoe, using a spoon as a raft. I also really was fond of this page with the mice taking a shower under like this little flower, and they've got the shampoo and their big bar of soap, and he's even got a little towel. But see, again, it's got that green on it. They are in the sink with a little toy boat and the rubber ducky and the cup. Then we've got an Easter page, which I know I skipped ahead to do for Easter. I did this book in order, except I knew if there was a holiday page, I would skip way ahead and do that holiday page, so I did do this back for Easter. They're painting the Easter eggs, and they've got a little chick that hatched out of one of them. We've got the Cherry Jam page, which, after coloring it, I thought this would be my favorite page. I don't know if it's my color picks or what, but I think that the cookies, or what I assume are supposed to be cookies down here, look kind of like little ribeye steaks. I think it was just my color palette choice on that, but it didn't come out as nice as I would have liked. But oh well, there's plenty of pages in here. We've got the mice living in the shoe. We've got the mice sneaking candy past this cat, which is sleeping, but then there's this mouse back here who's about to tickle the cat and wake it up. We've got the mice playing records, and I think this was one of my pages for last month. Yeah, I think it had to have been, because I feel like I talked about not knowing what was going on this page in the last one. I wasn't sure what they were carrying, if they're like olives or what they're holding, because they've got a bunch of fruit in jars back here. But maybe this is cheese, because there's one on the mousetrap. I don't know. I remember this page was one of the last month's pages for sure, because I talked about it. And then I did this Christmas page last year for Christmas, because I skipped ahead. And here we get to the pages for this month. So we had this little like knitting setup here with all the yarn and the measuring tapes, and these two mice are like playing with the pins like they're swords. I did 4 this month. Usually I only do 2, but I had some time at the end of this month and I just went ahead and finished this book. I really like this page here just because I like the look on this little snail's face. They're sliding down the leaf, but I just really liked the little snail. And then we have this one with the camera and the books, and I liked this one. It looks like he's about to take a picture of this mouse here on the little horse who's like posing for the picture. And then the very last page was kind of a summer or springtime page. It was the mice blowing bubbles, and they've caught a butterfly in their little bubble. And this is the page where you can kind of tell that my marker ran out. It ran out right here on his arm. You can tell the color on his arm to his chest is just a little different. I think I matched the missing color really, really well. It's not too obvious and doesn't stand out. And then they have a thank you for coloring us page, and of course there are some extra pages at the back, but I am not counting those as my finished pages. So this was my finished flip through of the World of Mice stained glass coloring book, all 30 pictures, finished in September for the 10 books to finish this year. I think this is the first book I've done for the tag. Well, at least I got one of them done, right? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.